How you doing, guys? This is OneManClan, and I'm going to invite you to sit down, relax, and we're going to have a nice, long chat. Not the quick 5-minute ones I normally do. This one will be long. I don't know how long it's going to go, because I'm going to talk to you about something that's, I think, pretty important, something that's been, a lot of people have talked about it for a long time, and I haven't actually really addressed this properly, I don't think. So apologies for that. Part of me is like, well, dude, why didn't you explain this a long time ago? Whatever. It is what it is, as they say these days. But look, what I'm going to talk about today is the question of why I have been changing things from the start. Why do you keep changing the mod for? Why don't you leave it? Why can't it be the way it was? What's the problem with it? It was fine as it was. We used to get 32 people, and now it's getting smaller and smaller, and you keep changing things, and you keep irritating people that spend a lot of time getting some terrific skills, and every time I change it, it ruins those skills. It ruins their flow. It ruins the vibe, man. Plus, there's this FTE thing. Why FTE? Why is IMC pushing this FTE? Isn't it broken? Isn't it like a slow, broken client? Why is he telling people to use this? Why is he insisting that they use it? Why was that big AGR version 4 pack thing? What was that all about? Why did he force us to download it? And now people can't connect unless they get it. Another barrier to entry. People would want to connect and they can't connect. And, all these players were missing out because they're going to try to connect, and it's going to say, all right, it says, if you can't go to this website. A lot of people aren't going to bother doing that. They don't care. They're going to go, forget it. They're going to quit. We're losing players. OMC is destroying his own mod. He's built it up, all that effort, and he's just throwing it away for nothing. Why is he doing it? Is he nuts? What's the plan? He seems like an intelligent guy. Why is it suicide? Actually, I had Sapphire say his theory was that I was intentionally ruining it. I forget why, but he had some logic, or in his mind. Hey, Sapphire, if you listen to this, some logic as to that I'm something. Oh, that's right. I remember now. He said something about that I wanted to quit TF, but I didn't have the balls to do it. So I was sabotaging the mod intentionally to put everyone off, to destroy it. So that way I would deal with my TF addiction. That was the theory. And there's a certain logic to it there, because as I've said, part of the reason for the weekly AGR sessions is to limit the amount of time playing TF. Because I was very addicted. Anyway, back to these questions, and they're the allegations, and I'm putting myself on the stand here to explain myself to you, the current players of AGR, plus maybe this link will go to the future players. Sorry, to the ex-players, those that have quit and have left and stuff. Okay, where to begin? The first place to begin is I'll show you this screenshot. This is IMC's defense. Okay. Look at this screenshot. This is the Quake servers, quakeservers.net, Quake World. And the screenshot was taken just like about half an hour ago. And the date as I speak this is in Melbourne, it's the 31st of March, whatever, it's Sunday night in the US, 31st of March 2014. Have a close look. And here's a close-up for those of you that are not spotting what we're looking at. You see that? Now, it's just a coincidence. I didn't plan this. This is just, as you can see, for those that don't know what we're looking at the list of who's playing online, Quake World. And it's been really low. It's getting lower and lower and lower. This is not an AGR thing. That's a Quake World thing. And today, for the first time, it's 0. Empty. Empty. Not a single player of any mod, of any Quake World game. There's a few on the Quake, or Netquake is the official name for it, I think they call it. But this is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with annihilation And once things fall to this level, it's over. If people spend time rocking up and there's no game, then they're going to put it out of their heads. They're not going to put it into the list of things to do. They're going to put it into something they used to do. You know what I mean? The Quake World is dying. It's getting lower and lower. This is not an AGR thing. It's a Quake World thing. It's a mod thing. We've all known this. The 1st of October, I think we got, I don't remember, 32, close to 30. I think we just didn't get them. I don't know. The second one we did get 32, and last year's one we got 25 or something. I'll be generous. I'll say 26. I don't think it was 26 actually. I don't remember, but I do remember we didn't get close. And we're talking 32. 32 measly players out of an entire world of Quake. The point is, something had to happen. Something has to happen. Okay? Now, what is the point of it? What do I want? What does OMC want? I want what I've always wanted from day one, and I said it in my little manifesto, my little thing of what the mission statement is. Big games, 32 player games. That's the mission, 32. I'll get a t-shirt that says 32 players. That's what it would say. And that's the name of the game. Now, since a couple of Octobers ago, we didn't get 32 players, and we haven't had 32 players for a long time. So the thing is, something has to happen, right? So there's the reason. Something has to happen. There has to be change. So that we can talk about what the change is, but first of all, we need to agree that there must be a change, okay? And the other thing is the issue to bring, is the new players, are they going to come, so to new players, are they going to be returning players? Option 1. What are the options? Let me break it down logically. Option 1 is returning players. Old players back in the game, right? Option 2 is new players. Now, old players are not coming back. I've tried. I've got a big mailing list by now. Every single person who's ever logged onto an AGR server who I didn't know, I hassled them for their email address. Most gave it. My mailing list is huge. Anybody who's not on that mailing list has either not ever played AGR, or they've flat out refused. So all the old players know what's going on. They should be on that mailing list. I think maybe 5 ever in history requested to be removed. And besides, I know that there's a Facebook group, and those guys are still talking to each other. And by the way, talking about the Facebook group, which Doc put me onto, I had a look at it, and it was a bit upsetting because all these people putting me down and everything. I'll be honest with you, it was a little bit like, geez, guys, really? And the other thing that really hit home to me was these guys don't play anymore. So, and that blows my mind. So it's like, well, it's one thing to have complaints, but to not rock up and play. I'm trying to imagine, let's say Mega TF. Imagine Mega TF had 32 people playing, and AGR's dead, and Mega TF is huge. For me, and I got personally asked, I said, OMC, we want to make a 32-player Mega TF game. Can you come and help us out, even though you're not a Mega TF fan? I'd say, absolutely, for sure. No problem, guys. My pleasure. Thanks for asking. I'll be there. Imagine saying no. No, I'm not interested because it's not my style of TF to not rock up. There's something funny going on. So the point is, the old players are not coming back. A lot of it is, I don't know, was politics, or they got a lot of people went on record as saying that IMC sucks and AGR sucks, and now their egos won't let them come back and just play because everyone will be like, oh, I don't know, whatever. Now, hey, if I'm wrong, you tell me how to bring the old players back. And it's not a question of returning it back to the earlier mods and reverting things, right? Because, I mean, it's there's nothing to remember. As I look at the screen, see, there's a lot of different mods. AGR ain't the only one. And remember, AGR is one time a week. There's nothing to stop anybody. I mean, Frag Fridays, I don't know what's happening with that. I think it's still going. So, there's nothing to stop people playing. The old players playing. They aren't playing. This is the point I'm making. The old players are not playing anymore. They're gone. They ain't coming back. And with Rocktober, man, I've begged them. I've said, look, for one time in the year, one time in the year, can you give it a go? I even had the 2-4-Tember last year, in case there was some issue they couldn't make it October. 2-4-Tember. Did we get 20? I don't remember. But the point is, the old players are not coming back. So the answer is, what this is all coming down to, we need new players. We need to get new players. I could have said that in the beginning, but I just want to emphasize this. And this is not, by new players, it's not people that have ever played this before. It's going to be people who never have played the mod before. Now, if those people are after what's it called? When you remember, the word slips my mind now.
Okay, guys, it's OneManClan. It's a week later. I'm just going to interject in here.
What's the word?
Yes.
When you miss something, reminiscing.
It's not reminiscing. The word I was looking for is nostalgia. Okay, nostalgia is the word I was looking for, and it racked my brain. I couldn't concentrate on the rest of this talk. I was like, "Come on, I know the word, nostalgia." And the point being that old school players who have quit, if they were to return, they would be coming back for nostalgia, not for something like AGR, which I do consider a modern game. It's been, it's got heaps of new and original things that I've never seen before in a game before, and this is part of what I hope will be its appeal. And I'll talk a little bit about that more when I talk about next week's chat, which I'll be returning part 2 of this. I'm leaving it here because it's going a bit long. So the point of this chat, just to conclude, was Quake World's dying. It's not AGR's fault, and it's not a question of keeping the old school players happy. It is a question of something has to change. Quake World's dying. Something has to change. Something has to happen, and we have to get players back in, and the old players are not returning, because if they were to return, they would want nostalgia. And if you want to know what the market is for nostalgia, look at that screenshot. 0. Nostalgia is done. If someone else wants to organize the old players to come back and do it, that's great. I don't think it can be done, and I've tried for a long time to do it, which is the point of this video. And the next step is to talk about bringing in new players, which I will discuss more in part 2 of this chat. How to bring new players in, and what exactly is my strategy. What is behind all this crazy stuff. So thanks for listening. Stick with me, and I'll see you at this week's session, and I'll talk to you very soon. Okay, bye-bye.